A country that prides itself on diversity and inclusion
10,000 innocent
is suddenly inundated with hate.
2 Molotov cocktails found at a synagogue and a Jewish community center.
The incident is the latest in a string of alleged hate crimes.
It's almost like a world gone mad.
Rabbi Menachem Carmel is principal of this Jewish elementary school in Montreal.
Morning.
As his students head to their classrooms, they walk past bullet holes.
Oh my God.
One morning in November, before students arrived, someone shot through this front entrance window. Then a few days later, it happened again.
Certainly a lot of panic within the community that someone would do this. It's not a political statement, it's hatred.
Police across Canada are responding to a torrent of hatred. Jewish Canadians, just 1% of the population, were by far the most targeted. A Global News analysis found every major city where data was available reported a spike in antisemitism last year, resulting in a dramatic surge nationally compared with the previous year, though Ottawa and Montreal didn't have numbers for 2022. And most incidents happened after Hamas attacked Israel. In Vancouver, there were more reports of anti-Semitic hate after October the 7th than in all of 2022.
The targets include businesses like this cafe tagged with graffiti, and homes like this one in Wishago, Ontario, where the Morovitz family says they received death threats.
I didn't want to believe it. I mean, this is a town of less than 200 people, 6,000 miles away from any conflict that's happening, and yet somebody felt that it was necessary to threaten myself and my family.
The city with the most reported incidents of anti-Semitism since October the 7th is Montreal, targeting synagogues, schools, and campuses.
I personally have felt safer in a bomb shelter than in the streets of Montreal.
Concordia University student Ora Bar grew up in Israel. Last November, she and a group of Jewish students set up a campus display for the Israeli hostages. A pro-Palestinian student group set up their own table nearby.
Are you okay with genocide? Are you justifying genocide?
Videos show this student shouting at the Jewish group, then grabbing their Israeli flag. Moments later, chaos. 3 people were injured. A 22-year-old student was arrested.
A lecturer from the University of Montreal, Yanis Arab, was suspended pending an investigation after this video appeared to show him calling a Jewish student a whore and telling them to go back to Poland. Jewish student Eitan Kovac witnessed the incident.
We've been threatened on campus by students, by fellow students. These students have been emboldened by professors.
We don't want escalation. We don't want tensions in campuses.
This Palestinian student group leader says they've asked their members not to engage with Jewish students on campus. He's one of hundreds who joined this Palestinian protest in Montreal. Muslims in Canada have also faced a recent rise in hate crimes, though far fewer than those against Jews.
Anti-Semitism is a terrible thing. Islamophobia is a terrible thing.
Protesters say the way to ease tensions in Canada is to end Israel's war in Gaza.
What is happening now could lead to much more tension and much more disasters. So it needs to end.
People are seeing these horrific images and stories coming out of Gaza, and they're angry.
Why are you holding random Jews accountable for the actions of Israel?
Jewish groups say these hate crimes are being fueled by hate speech that's going unchecked.
Is Islam at war?
Every Friday, Imam Yunus Kathrada speaks to his followers in Victoria and online.
And now we see the criminal Jews, the Zionists. We see how they are fighting our brothers in Palestine.
Since October the 7th, Kathrada has praised Hamas fighters. In Arabic, he routinely asks God to destroy the plundering and criminal Jews.
Kathrada preaches hate.
Nico Slobinski, with the Center for Israel and Jewish Affairs, says they filed a police complaint. Victoria police are investigating, but no charges have been laid.
Any comment at all?
A Approached by Global News about allegations of anti-Semitism, Kathrada didn't respond. On Facebook, he called the media anti-Islam, anti-Muslim, and straight-up dishonest, who twist people's words, urging journalists to hold their breath for a response.
The words can lead to real-world violence. He should not have a platform.
Back at his Montreal elementary school, Rabbi Carmel has installed new security cameras and floodlights. Carmel's grandparents survived the Holocaust. He says he's relieved they didn't live long enough to see this.
I can't even imagine what my grandmother would be thinking if she were alive to witness, to see this happening again. It's horrifying.